Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm back with another minifigures opening. This time it's for Series 26, Space. This is one of the coolest new LEGO minifigure series. There's a bunch of new space-themed figures, as the name implies. So I'm really excited to open some packets. I don't know how many we're going to be opening in this series yet, or in this video yet, I mean. I have a 6-pack box. I also have 16 random packs, and then I have 11 more random packs that I picked up at the LEGO store. These can now be scanned by the QR code on the bottom, so you can figure out which figure is in each packet. So I know what's in the 11 packets I got from the LEGO store. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by opening the pack of 6 and see what I get. And then I'm either going to do random pack openings or scanned pack openings to finish the series. I know that's a little less fun than complete random openings, but I really just want one complete series, a couple of sealed duplicates, and then I'll give the rest of these packets away to like my cousin or family friends or something like that. Before we get into the opening, though, I do want to remind everyone that I am an employee of the LEGO Group. However, all opinions expressed in these videos are my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the LEGO Group, and LEGO is a registered trademark of the LEGO Group of companies, which does not sponsor, authorize, or endorse this site. Alright, so let's kick things off with the 6-pack box. I love these things because you're guaranteed 6 unique minifigures in each box, but if you buy multiple boxes, you could end up with the exact same 6. But still, I think it's better than just buying random packs. I really love this one. I really like the purple color scheme and, of course, all of the starry details. And if I cut this open, you will see 6 cardboard boxes inside. So the new space theme, this is part of like the overarching space theme that's happening across multiple LEGO sets LEGO themes this year. So it's happening across like Technic, Space, City, Dreams, Monkey Kid, like everything. At least I think Monkey Kid. But yeah, so classic space logo. I really love a lot of these figures. My favorites are like this UFO guy and then Orion. So I'm really excited to get all of them. And you'll see that the larger QR codes are scannable. There are smaller QR codes that aren't, but these large ones can be scanned. So let's go ahead and get the first packet open. Oh, and I don't need my box cutter because you can just rip these things straight open. And, ooh, it's the Alien Beetlezoid. This one is also one of my favorites. Let's take a quick look at the checklist first. You can see him right up there in all of his glory. On the back, you have instructions to build some of the more complex figures. And on the front, you can see the entire wave of minifigures. This is just a really strong series, I think, with a lot of nods to classic LEGO space themes, so I know that AFOLs are going to love that. So here's the Alien Beetlezoid. I really, really love the color scheme here. It's like dark blue, magenta, and trans purple. Brand new head mold with a trans purple gradient, which looks insane. Like, that's a really, really nice piece. Love the torso printing. The leg prints use that like satyr/gremlins piece that isn't used super often. Just a basic little plant accessory, but then it does come with these wings on the back that aren't seen in many sets, but it's not a new mold. The print on that is really, really nice. And it does have some back printing, and each minifigure in this series comes with a starry base plate, and it's very nice. Like, this whole series, the quality seems off the charts, and this is a great figure to get started with. Moving on to our next pack. Ooh, kind of mangled that one. Ooh, it's Orion, so we're off to a real good start by already getting 2 of my favorites. I genuinely think this is one of the coolest minifigures that LEGO has ever made. Everything on him is like glitter trans purple or regular trans purple, and I think that this is the most transparent we'll ever see a minifigure be. He has these glitter trans purple arms and legs, so they aren't printed, I think. I think that that's just injected into the plastic. It looks incredible. His hairpiece is the Sprinters from Series 25, but new in trans purple. His head is glitter trans purple with a smile printed on it. His torso is the only solid color. It's like flat silver printed with some chest armor. And he does have printing on his legs, which is very faint. The quality on that could be a bit better. But I like it. To me, it's like he's formed out of stars, right? So to me, it's like the bottom part of him is just a little bit ghostly because it hasn't solidified into armor yet. He does have the constellation of Orion printed on this shield, and this is a brand new club mold. It is also in transparent purple, and I actually have the Clan of the Cave Batman minifigure here from the Lego Batman movie minifigure series. And you can see that the new club is much smaller, and it doesn't have the spikes that the old one does. I thought it was like pretty much the same piece, but without spikes, but you can see it is a lot smaller. So it's just interesting to see a new mold made for that, but it's very welcome, and he does have some back printing too. So yeah, this minifigure to me is just absolutely insane. Moving on to our third pack. Oh, is that the Mtron guy? Yes, it is, and I could tell just because of that Technic pin. And wow, he actually comes with a lot of pieces. This minifigure is also nuts. It is crazy detailed. This is, of course, a reference to the classic Lego Mtron theme, which I actually don't know too much about, but I think they came with green visors, which is why he has this lime green print on his face. It's a heads-up display like Tony Stark. He also has an alternate face. This backpack attachment is really nice. He comes with a standard printed part, a new printed 1x2 plate, and he even has back printing, which is kind of crazy because you're never going to see it underneath that backpack. Like, that's just totally unnecessary. But again, the level of detail in CMF figures is just off the charts. And this figure definitely exemplifies that because he even has side leg printing. I mean, look at that. That is so much printing. It looks incredible. His legs are dual molded as well, and they are detailed on the front. And then, of course, the real star is this giant, like, power lifter arm attachment. It's got this little flexible cable molded into a hard plastic claw. He comes with another exclusive print on this, like, tile that's placed on top of a brick. And the hand just, like, attaches into a standard minifigure hand. And it has one stud at the end. But yeah, like, this piece is crazy awesome. I really hope we see it reused in other themes. Like, this is definitely the kind of thing that a villain in Ninjago or Monkey Kid could use, and so I'd really like to see that piece come back in different colors. Moving on to packet number 4. It looks like we have, the Alien Imposter, I think is the name of this guy, and he has some pretty cool accessories. The Imposter is like a variation on classic body snatcher, like alien horror stuff. So I really like the basic printing on his torso and on his legs. I don't really think he needed leg printing, but he does have like these slight scuff marks on his toes and some rivets printed there. The head is also like really creepy, and you can see some rivets printed on it as well. He's got this antenna poking out of the top of a new hairpiece, which I think looks really great. You guys know I love my new hairpieces in minifigure series. And he does have some back printing with a hatch, which is very nice. And then his alternate face reveals that an alien has possessed his body. Or I guess not possessed his body, because this is a robot. So, like I said, it's not like exactly body snatching. It's more like a body imitation. But he does come with 2 aliens as accessories. These are printed nano figures, and they're exactly the same size as the one printed on his head. And it also comes with an extra nano figure. So you get a total of 3. So that is really awesome. And I definitely think that this is like a really strong figure in this series, but I don't think it's one of my favorites. Moving on to packet number 5. Ooh, this one is the Blacktron Mutant. This minifigure references another classic LEGO theme, Blacktron. He seems to be a lab worker who's been mutated, as the name implies. I like the kind of two-tone face printing. He has like the same style, the same mold as the Beetlezoid for the leg, and it is some really nice reptilian printing on there. You have the Blacktron logo. I like his other leg print as well. And he does have one of these like dual arm molds. A lot of people thought that this was a new piece, but it's actually not. Sorry, it keeps trying to focus on the minifigures at the back for some reason. No, focus on what's in the foreground. This is not a new mold. It debuted with the solo sets in like 2017 or 2018, I mean. And it's even been used recently on Stitch in the Disney minifigure series from last summer. He does have some back printing. I do wish his accessories were more exciting. There's no new molds here. I would have loved a unique accessory for him. I also really would have preferred a different hairpiece. I don't like this hairpiece. Even this same piece, like maybe in a transparent green color, as if he just had acid or something dumped on him, would have been cooler. So he is, I think, one of my least favorites, but I mean, I still think he's cool. On to our 6th and final pack from the box. Let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, and it's the nurse android, I think, with the space baby. The nurse android is a nice figure. I really like how much detail there is. I'm a big fan of the color scheme. Like, I love this color for the hairpiece. Again, like a newer mold would have been awesome. Like, there's Bo-Katan's Bob would have been really cool to get in a new color. But this one is still nice in a new color. I like the face print, but there is an error with the printing. You can see that there's like a gap in the line coming down her cheek on the left side. I really wish that it was printed a little bit better, but maybe I'll get a duplicate. Of course, the shining accessory here is the new color for the Space Baby in dark pink. It looks really, really awesome. I do think that this is what the series is missing, like just a classic space astronaut in a new color. I know that we're going to get one with the Ideas minifigure like gumball machine or minifigure prize machine because there's a poll going on to like vote for a new color. But I really would have liked to have seen one in this series because this is really the only classic spaceman reference we get here. But she has really nice printed arms. I like her back printing too. And she even has like a little charging port printed on the back of her head. Okay, so we have half the series. I did go ahead and scan all of the packets, and I'm just going to open the other half of the series because I do want to keep a bunch of these as duplicates, but I want them sealed, and I didn't really want to randomly open stuff. And I'm glad I didn't because it turns out that I got like 4 of the alien space tourists, which I haven't opened yet, and also like 4 Blacktron mutants in those packets from Lego.com. So yeah, the ones coming from Lego.com are always like horribly unsorted. Like I always end up with like 3 or 4 duplicates whenever I buy random packets from Lego.com. I feel like it has to be done on purpose at this point. But anyway, let's go ahead and open our next pack. This is the Ice Planet Explorer, I think the name is. Ice Planet is another well-known LEGO theme from the early 2000s. This minifigure looks good. I think this is a new helmet mold. She does come with this brick-built chainsaw. Trans Neon Orange was a big color used in Ice Planet, but unfortunately it's been retired, so it's only a trans orange chainsaw now. So that's kind of a shame because it definitely does not look as nice or as bright as Trans Neon Orange. She just has a slight bit of leg printing and toe printing. She comes with this adorable, like, I think it's a mechanical penguin, or maybe it's a real penguin that's just suited up with her. But I really like the face print. It is dual-sided, and she even comes with a hairpiece. And I love that it's red because it's such a contrast to like the white and the blue of Ice Planet. On to our 8th pack, I think. Oh, this is another one of my favorites. It's the Flying Saucer Costume Fan. I love this figure. He blends perfectly into the base because the body is printed with the same style of stars. So, I mean, if I lay him flat, you can just see how well, like, they blend together. It's such a cool print. I really wish he had arm printing, though, because the figure does not come with any accessories besides, like, this neck piece. So I definitely think he could have come with arm and side leg printing because that would have just made it look even better. The flying saucer piece is cool. I mean, I really like the little ridges back there. It just attaches over the neck, and then it's just a standard dome piece that goes over his head. It is just a single-sided head. And then you do have this nice printing at the back with the Earth and the Moon. But honestly, now that I have this thing in hand, it's still really cool, but I don't know if it's one of my favorites anymore because it does feel lacking compared to the other figures. He has not one accessory to hold in his hand. You know, other people have new molds for their head too, but they also come with accessories. And so this one just feels like kind of not up to the same level as all of the other ones, which is a big shame because I really think that arm and leg printing and any kind of accessory would have really made this much better. On to packet number 9. Oh, this is the spacewalking astronaut, which also comes with a ton of parts. And oh, this is a new mold. That is pretty interesting and very, very detailed. This is not a minifigure I was paying attention to or really cared about, but it is excellent. Side leg printing, side arm printing with the classic space logo, a new print for this like camera lens, which still looks like an eye to me. Like I cannot see that as being a camera lens. It just looks like an eye. There are these little like joystick controls that slot perfectly underneath the figure's arms. You can take off her helmet. She has a very nice printed face, and there's some back head printing too that you can kind of see. There's back printing as well for the torso, and there is this like printed 2x3 tile that comes as like an attachment to the backpack. So even though this is like the most boring figure in the series because it's just a regular spacewalking human, it's still really nice. But again, like compare something like this to something like this, and this is where minifigure series start to fall apart, like just a small, slight bit to me. Because how are these each worth $5? This one has like 12 pieces, and this one has four, or five, So, yeah, it's a big difference. On to packet number 10. Oh, and this is the Retro Space Heroine, and I just lost her head because it rolled straight off my desk. This figure might be the opposite to the flying saucer costume fan for me. Like, I wasn't really paying that much attention to her, but she might be one of like my top four. I really like the color scheme with the pink and the purple and then the light blue. I like the dog, which looks kind of creepy, but I guess it's supposed to be an alien dog. She has really wonderful arm printing, a very intricate. Is this a dual molded or no? It looks. No, it's not. Is it triple molded? I can't tell if it's triple molded or just dual molded, but it is a very intricate part. She has a little skirt too. I think that's a new color, and she does have an alternate face as well. So I'm really happy with this one. It is a companion to the Retro Space Hero from, I think it was like series 17 or maybe later. She has a different gun than him. I wish that mold for his gun had come back, but I guess it's out of production, so using like this classic gun still works. There's only 2 packets left. Oh, this is the alien tourist, and I did not realize he came with a backpack. That's very cute. So this guy is a spin on the gray alien trope, and he looks really nice. I love the teal hat he's wearing. His face print looks wonderful, much like a cuter version of one of the gray aliens. He has a little camera. He's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a t-shirt underneath it that says Love Earth, which I think is hilarious. Dual molded arms, dual molded legs with these like vibrant coral shorts. So he looks dressed for a day on the beach. I like his backpack. It's just a really cute idea for a figure, and we did get a classic gray alien in Series 6, who I do have here with me. I did like the dedicated mold for the head as opposed to like just a minifigure head, but then he wouldn't be able to wear this hat, and of course this piece is definitely not in production anymore. It's like 12 years old at this point, but they do make a nice little pair. And to me, I don't know, like they kind of look like a father and son if you have both of them, where the dad's coming to invade Earth and the son is just having a good time partying. And now for our 12th and final pack. What are we missing? I can't think off the top of my head. Oh, it's the robot butler, of course. How could I forget this guy? I honestly feel like the robot butler and the nurse android could be part of like a team working in someone's home. I like his torso print. I really like this new color, like trans green, or is it, no, this is trans neon green, like for the Mysterio bubble piece that originated in the Spider-Man Far From Home sets. A cool yellow head that looks very nice. Like I said, the torso print is pretty retro. He's whipping something up in a saucepan. Brand new mold for the legs. Unfortunately, they can't move or anything. It would be really awesome if they could either roll along on wheels or you could actually articulate them like minifigure legs. But he does have some nice arm printing, some back printing with like, that's like a classic tape recorder print, the exact same as like the 1x2 tile design. And there is a hatch on the back of his head, although that does not look like it's printed like centered, because yeah, that triangle does not look centered. But hey, I mean, it's a pretty cool figure. Don't think it's one of my favorites, but I do like the concept. So here's the entirety of Series 26. All in all, I'm a big fan of this series. I wasn't sure how to feel about it when I first saw photos because it wasn't really what I expected. But in the end, I do think it's another outstanding unlicensed minifigure series. They were getting very stale there for a while. They were getting like really boring in my opinion. From series maybe like 16 to like 22, I was not feeling them for the most part. But now I think we've seen a major step up with the last few. And this is a very unique series because it does tie into like the overall 2024 space theme that LEGO is doing across several themes. But it's also just good on its own. Like a lot of these figures are callbacks to older LEGO themes, or they're just completely unique ideas like Orion. So they fit into existing LEGO displays, but they're also just very fresh and unique. So I'm a big fan of that. I'd say my least favorites in the series are the Blacktron Mutant. And unfortunately, I'm going to say the Flying Saucer Costume Fan. I really liked that figure in photos. And in person, he just feels like so cheap compared to the rest of them because the rest of them all just have so much more going for them. So it's honestly shocking. I don't think there's ever been a minifigure where it was like one of my favorites in photos and then one of my least favorites in person. Because even though I still like it more than like the Robot Butler or the Nurse Android or the Space Tourist, it's not a better minifigure than them. So yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting to me. But honestly, only like two medium figures in a series like this is really great because even the ones I thought I wouldn't like the Robot Butler and the Imposter, they're very nice to have in person because they have, something super unique like their accessories and stuff like that. And the spacewalking astronaut definitely falls into that camp as well. So let me know what you guys think about these figures in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.